Hi and hello, I am Athena Pondian here. Welcome to the Anatomy for the Biomedical Engineers classroom once again. Today we are going to see the next topic of the skeletal system, that is joints. What is joints and what are its classifications on the basis of different parameters we are going to see. Come, let me start the class now. Joints is also called as articulations. Please remember, the joint is also called as an articulation. Articulation is the biological term used for joints. Okay, medical term is used for joints. This particular joints, what is the need, what is the purpose of joint is, because of this joints only we can able to attain the movement. For each and every skeletal system is split into different bones. Each and every bone's connections is made by these joints. So joints play a main vital role. It will connect the two bones. Once if this particular joint is not there in the skeletal system, then the skeletal system is not at all fully completed. So the full bone of the skeletal system is connected and frame a body structure is given by this particular joint or articulation. So this particular joints is classified on the basis of different section. That is, on the basis of structural, the joints can be classified into different manner, and on the basis of functional, this particular joints can be classified into different parameter, and this particular joint is according to the basis of biomechanical classification also we can able to classify the joints, and then on the basis of the anatomical, that is anatomical look, we can able to classify the joints into different things. Okay, so on the basis of structural, functional, biomechanical and the anatomical, we can able to classify this articulation into different section. So what is the thing? We just go and see about what is the structural classification separately and all the things separately. Come, let me see. Under the classification of joints, on the basis of structure, we are going to discuss now. So on the basis of structure, the joints can be classified into three major parts. One is fibrous joint, cartilage joint and synovial joint. All the things are made up of connecting tissue. Please remember, all the three are made up of connecting tissue. How this particular connecting tissue is arranged in this particular bones, that can able to give the structural classification. So this is made up of connecting tissue, this is also made up of connecting tissue, this is also made up of connecting tissue. This connecting tissue is arranged in the manner dense regular connecting tissue. This particular thing is regular connecting tissue, not in the dense manner. This synovial joint is a irregular connecting tissue. So this is the variation we can able to pay. All the thing is made up of connecting tissue, of course, but the connection of that particular tissues made dense in the fibrous tissue, that is clustering, that is very dense, but it is regularly arranged in the fibrous joint. That is, fibrous joint is the best example you can able to see in the skull. Okay, then this particular cartilage, of course it is made up of connecting tissue and it is a regular arrangement, but it is not in a dense manner, not in a cluster manner. Especially the best example of cartilage is your nose, in the part of the nose and your pinna. The bone can be able to flex because of not densely arranged connecting tissue. The bone is flexible. So this is the best example of cartilage. Then the synovial joint. So synovial joint is an independent bone joint. It is especially present in your knee, your elbow, your hip, all the areas it consists of connecting tissue but irregular connecting tissue. That is coming under the synovial joint of the structural classification. So this is the main classification under the structure. Then the next is functional classification. On the basis of functional classification, this particular articulation is classified into three main types. One is synarthrosis, amphiarthrosis and diarthrosis. Of course, arthrosis is nothing but the joints. Please remember, articulation, joints and arthrosis all are same. What is the function of the joints? Joint is purposely for supporting the movement. Whether it may be a movement of lambs or whether it may be a movement of hips, whether it may be a movement of vertebral column, all the things for the movement of bones, the joints play a main vital role. So according to the functionality, we can able to classify like this. So synarthrosis is nothing but This particular joints, it does not have any mobility. Please remember. This function have does not have any mobility, indicates that your skull it does not move like this particular wrist. Okay, it is permanent. It is not at all having any mobility. It is stationary. Okay, then this particular amphiarthrosis, the little mobility it will give. It can able to give some of the flexibility, not in the full degree flexibility, but it can able to give some of the mobility. That is, especially we can able to take an example of the disc arrangement in the vertebral column. We can able to flexible as like a small degree. Okay, then diarthrosis nothing but free movement. It is a free mobility happened in this diarthrosis. So this is skull is the best example of this, and this vertebral column is the best example of this. All the joints in your forearm and your upper arm and the lower arms are coming under this diarthrosis, and also pelvic joints. So diarthrosis give the free mobility. This diarthrosis is also called the synovial joint. All the synovial joints are diarthrosis joints. So in the synovial joint, we have the different classifications. One is plain joint. Please remember, plain joint, ball and socket joint, pivot joint, condyloid joint, saddle joint, and the last is hinge joint. Okay, so this is the 6 different classifications of this particular diarthrosis, that is synovial joint. All the thing is coming under the diarthrosis process. It can able to freely move. Okay, these particular joints are freely move as like as a wrist. We can able to move like this. We can able to elbow. We can able to move the 360 degree elbow. So like that, on the further classification of synarthrosis and amphiarthrosis, this particular diarthrosis give free mobility to each and every joints. This particular 6 joints are very important according to the structure and according to the connections made between the bones. This particular joints classification made. So I just look at the next picture. You can able to see the different structure of all this particular thing. So all the things are do the same function. It will give the support for the movement. Okay. See, the next classification is on the basis of biomechanical. So on the basis of biomechanical classification, we can able to classify the joints into 3 major groups. One is simple joint, compound joint, complex joint. What it determines is according to the number of joints made. According to the number of joints made, this classification is attained. So of course we know that joints is especially for movement support. Okay, so simple joint is nothing but only 2 bones are connected. Only 2 bones are involved in this particular joint, especially in your shoulder joint. Okay, then this particular compound joint is more than 2. Is more than 2 joints are involving in this particular joints. Especially we can able to see it in the wrist joint. Okay, there are 2 or more joints it is present in the wrist. Okay, then this particular complex joint is involved. There are so many joints are present. There are so many joints are present to do the movement support function, especially in your knee. Knee is the best example of the complex joint. So these are all the classifications that is coming under the biomechanical part. So simple, compound and complex according to the number of joints, according to the number of articulations made between the bones. Okay. Next classification is anatomical classification. So this particular anatomical classification does not mean any number of joints, does not mean any mobility like that. We can able to see the skeletal system. How many joints we can able to see through this particular skeletal system, that are all coming under anatomical. The anatomical structure, that is your joints in the elbow, your joints in your knee, your joints in your wrist, your joints in the hip, your joints in the vertebral column, your joints in the brain, or your joints in the skull. All the things are anatomical look. Once you see the skeletal system in anatomically, wherever you can able to look the joints, that are all coming under the anatomical classification of joints. Okay, so this is the anatomical classification of joints. So that's all about the classification of joints we can able to discuss about. So what are the classification and how far that particular classification is made and how the classification is moved into the further classifications, all the thing we discussed in the bones. So you need to remember each and everything of the joints regularly, but the function is same. The function is exponentially give the movement support. Okay, then the next class we are going to see the next topic of your anatomy syllabus. Thank you.